Hey sis, it's me again. Come on in, come on in, come in the yard. You are welcome, you are welcome, you are welcome. Come in the yard, pull up a step, and have a seat with me on the porch. Now, some of you may be wondering, what in the world is she talking about? She ain't on the porch, like she's sitting in a chair in a room. I wanted to, so I'll share a little bit of the background with you just really quickly. So when I was growing up as a little girl, one of my favorite places to be was on my grandmother's porch. That was a place where I have so many fond memories with my cousins, with just like hanging out. We singing church songs on the porch. My grandmother told us to go outside and play. That's what we doing. We on the porch. It was a place where, like Sunday evenings for sure, like after church, after everybody ate, because my grandmother was gonna cook, sit in the yard, sit on the porch, and just sit out there for hours and just talk and visit and fellowship with one another. And so that was one of those safe places for me. So when I started this new journey, was ready to create my business, I actually designed my logo to include a porch, because what I wanted to do was to create that space, a place where other sisters, where I can invite my girlfriends in just for some girl chat and just to get to know one another, just a fellowship with one another. But I wanted to create that safe space where you were welcome, that space where you were appreciated, you were valued, you can just be yourself, you can just kind of let your hair down and just relax and enjoy yourself. It wasn't putting on airs or anything like that, but where you can just be you, like who you truly were. A place where you felt like you were safe, a place where you felt like, you know what, she cares about me, she's listening to me. A place where somebody could relate to something that you were going through. So not to say that I've had all everybody's experiences, but it would certainly be a place where you were heard, a place where you could feel safe and just be yourself. So that's what I mean when I say you are welcome to the porch. So come on in, come in the yard, pull up a step, and have a seat with me on the porch. I am Dr. Tam, your empowerment coach, and I'm coming to you this afternoon or this evening with another video, something that was on my heart and that I wanted to share with you. I have just like left and right been receiving different words of encouragement to share with my sisters. And so when I show up on these videos, that's the whole goal, just to encourage you, just to love on you, to let you know that you are loved, to let you know that you are important, that you are worthy, and to help you to learn that, to help you to discover your worth and learn who you truly are. And so that is the place. That's this place. So that's what I mean when I'm telling you to come on in and have a seat with me on the porch. And that's what I want you to do. I hopefully that you will be able to find these videos just that for you, encouragement for you, inspiration for you, just to keep going, sis. I know it's hard out here sometimes. And so this is definitely one of those places where you can pop in, you can be yourself, right? And just sit back and relax and get some good words of encouragement. Okay? All right. So I was thinking a couple of days ago about an experience, and I'll tell you what happened that took my mind back to this place. So I have been working on doing some transformations here in my home. And one of the projects is changing out a couple of rooms. So I'm now working on a new office space. I'm in the living room right now. But right now, I'm working on the office space. So in the office space, I have been painting and doing wallpaper and just, transforming that space. So I have been up and down on a ladder. Up and down on a ladder. I have been down on the floor measuring and cutting things out and like doing all the business and everything. And for a few nights in a row, my back was hurting. I'm not the little spring chicken that I used to be. Well, my spring is not as much spring in my step as it used to be. Okay, it's still some there. Don't get it twisted. But anyway, my back was bothering me, and so I had taken something for it and laid down. And this was for a few nights after having getting up and down on the ladder and working down on the floor and all that good business. And so I took something for it, but what I noticed was that because my back was hurting, my posture was a little different. My posture had changed. And so when I think about, or when someone says the word posture to me, when I hear that word, I think about this guy that I used to work with back in the day when I was in college. I worked at a call center, one of my jobs. I worked at a call center, and it was a young man who worked there, and he told me one time, he said, I could tell you anywhere. You could be walking a mile away from me, or I see you in a distance and I know it's you. And I said, how? And he said, because it's your posture. He said, you walk like there is like a stick or something in your back. Now, again, this was years ago. This was in college. So instantly when he talking about me walking with a stick in my back, I'm thinking like, oh, you making fun of the way I walk. That was the initial thought, but that wasn't it at all. That wasn't it at all. So as time has gone by and I have learned more about myself and really like taking thought more about that word posture, he wasn't saying or making fun of me because of the way that I walked, but it was the way that my back, when I did walk or when I do walk, my back is straight. My back is straight. My shoulders are back. It's like now, like some moms or grandmothers may say, oh, sit up straight, like straighten up your back. Don't bend over, don't slump over, anything like that. So straighten up your back, put your shoulders back, right? Hold your head up. That's part of your posture. That's your posture. And so when my back was hurting, my posture was more like this. Like I wasn't as straight. I wasn't walking upright as I normally do. And so I had gone through some things, up and down on the ladder, right? So I was having some experiences right then that changed my posture. I had gone through some experiences up and down on that ladder, down on the floor for days in a row that changed my posture. So no longer, again, was it the upright, straight back, shoulders back, head up high. It wasn't that anymore because my back was hurting. That makes me wonder, how many of us have had experiences that changed our posture? See, after college, I moved to the Dallas area, right? And later on, I actually ran into Steve. And he and I were talking, and I brought that memory up. I was like, do you remember that time he's like, yeah. And I was like, wasn't nothing wrong with my walk. And he was like, no, it was, you right. Ain't nothing wrong with your walk. But you walk with this confidence. Like you walk like you the beep. That's what he was telling me. And I was like, oh, okay. okay. Now, college was college, right? All kinds of stuff was going on in college. But he noticed, someone from the outside noticed something about me that was on the inside of me that I didn't even know. He's seeing this strong, confident young lady, right? And I wasn't even necessarily on that level, like thinking back in college, like thinking at that level at that time. But someone saw, this is the way you walk. This is the way you carry yourself. This is how you present yourself. You can walk into a room, or I can see you walking down the street somewhere, and I'm going to know it's you because of the way that you walk, because of your posture, the way that you carry yourself. I was like, oh, okay. So fast forward to today. Fast forward to right now, me up and down on the ladder, and my posture is not as straight. My posture is different. My posture may be different now because of what I have gone through, because of those experiences. Up and down on the ladder. That's what was happening like right now. But y'all, I got to thinking. I wonder how many times I think I'm walking out one way, right? But it is another way that's actually perceived by others. So I even looked up the word, I even looked up the word posture. And one of the definitions, a couple of definitions that I wrote down, one of the definitions for the word posture is one's image perceived by others. See, he wasn't making fun of me years ago when he was talking about like my back was always straight when I walked. It wasn't that he was making fun of me at that time. He saw this strong, confident young lady. And again, this is back in college. This was someone's perception of me because of my posture. Another definition of the word posture is a mental attitude. So it looked as though I had this confidence about myself because of the way that I walked. That's a whole nother video, and we'll get to that. I'll share a little bit more of that. But I have always felt as though I was misunderstood. I have always felt as though people just didn't made judgments of me because of the way that I carried myself. Oh, she's stuck up. Oh, she thinks she better than other people. She thinks she better than us. Look at her. Because of the way that I dress, because of the way that I carry myself, my posture, it could very well have been those what people's perceptions of me was because of the way that I actually carried myself, my posture. He said that he thought I was strong, I was confident. Other people's perception was because of the way that I walked and I carried myself was that, oh, I think that I was thinking I was better than other people. And that has never, ever been the case. Ever. Me thinking that I'm better than somebody else. But my posture, that was other people's perception of me based on my posture. But our posture changes. Our posture can change. Just like my posture has changed because my back was hurting because of those experiences. It makes me wonder how many of us have gone through experiences not even realizing how it has affected us. That breakup that you had, Oh yeah, you were devastated. You done cried your eyes out. You done, you just like, oh, woe is me. Like this is the worst. It's awful. I can't make it. I can't take this. It's just the world's worst. I get it. Because all of those thoughts, I've had those thoughts. But did you know that the things that we go through, it changes the way you show up? It changes your posture. So you thinking that you showing up, you still made up pretty, all glammed, all hell breaking loose on the inside of you. You toe up on the inside, but on the outside, oh, you look good. You're nice. You're crisp. You cute. Dressed well, speak well, you carry yourself well. Oh, but your posture has changed. Our nonverbal communication is more, it is louder, it's more intense. It is telling a greater story about us and our experiences than we can far ever imagine. Your body language, how you're showing up, your posture, how you're showing up, all of that is indicative of what you are going through. You go through a loss. You are grieving. You go through a financial devastation. You go through all of these different experiences. And as human, these things happen to us. Yes, it's real. Life is real. Life be lifing. Stuff be happening. People be peopling. Relationships, conflicts, struggles within our relationships. All of these things are affecting our posture, how we are showing up. It looks good, but look at your steps. How are you stepping? Look at your body language. That is telling a greater story. That is telling a story much louder than your lips can ever speak. Our posture, our body language. So sis, I want to encourage you to think about this. What's your posture? What is your posture like? I want to encourage you to get in alignment. To get in alignment. Yes. You might be going through all kinds of hell right now. And that's okay, because life happens to all of us. But I want you to know that you are not that experience. Within inside of you, that is that strong, bold, courageous overcomer, conqueror who is inside of you. So in order for me to straighten my posture back up, I need to remember who I am. I need to reflect back on that word of who I truly am. What's your posture like? And you going through something, you might be going through something right now. And your shoulders might be slumped down. Your back may be bent just a little bit. Your posture is low. Got a little curve to it. It's not as straight as it once was. Because you're going through something. And your body language is telling it. But that's not the state. That is not a permanent state for you. That might be a short while. That might just be a season, but you're coming out of it. And when you come out of it, you're going to find yourself lifting yourself back up. And your back gonna get a little bit straighter. And then your shoulders are gonna go back a little bit farther. And then your head is gonna tilt up just a little bit more. Because you're regaining your power. You're regaining your voice. You are remembering who the Word of God already says who you are. You are not those experiences. Check your posture. Check your posture. And if you haven't checked it in a while, now is the time. Do a quick check of your posture. Is your body language saying loud and clear to everybody, hey, I'm going through something? And again, I understand it. I get it. That just might be how we showing up right now because we are going through something, but you coming through it. You coming out of it. So before you come out of something, you got to go through it. That's a movement. You're not stuck. You going through it. You're going to get up. You're going to put one foot on the floor. Then you're going to put another foot in front of that one. And then the other foot in front of that one. You're going to keep going. And eventually you're going to come out of it. Check your posture. Because on the other side, we sitting up nice and pretty. We are sitting up nice and pretty. Our backs are straight. And we are now showing the world who we truly are. Sis, check your posture. Check your posture. I am Dr. Tam, your empowerment coach. Sis, I love you. I want nothing but the absolute best for you because I know who you are. I know who you are. I know what is inside of you. And if you need help understanding who you are and what's truly inside of you, come on over here. Pull up. You and I can have a seat on the porch and we can talk about it. We can work through this together. We don't have to we are daughters of the Most High God. We don't walk around slumped down. Shrinking ourselves. We don't do that. We don't do that. Check your posture. Check your posture. If you need help, I'm here for you. I'm going to drop the link down in the description. Reach out. Come on in. Have a seat with me on the porch, and you and I can talk about it. But sis, check your posture. I love you. I'm encouraging you. I'm praying for you because I know what's inside of you is a powerhouse waiting to be unleashed. Check your posture. We need to get her posture straight so she can come on out. We need to get her posture straight. All right? So reach out to me if you need help. I'm Dr. Tam, your empowerment coach. I love you. Take care, and I'll check in with you soon. Toodles.